In earlier class, I have discussed about cost of equity. Today we will discuss about cost of preference and cost of debt. Before going to discuss about cost of preference shares, I have to discuss about the cost of reserve. The cost of reserve is actually treated at par with equity. If the cost of equity is 15%, in that case cost of reserve will also be 15%. It is actually known as external yield criterion. Using this formula, the cost of reserve is treated at par with equity, as the equity shareholders is only can claim over reserves. That's why reserve is treated at par with equity. Again I am telling, as only the equity shareholders have a claim over reserves, therefore reserves is generally treated at par with equity. Now cost of preference share. Cost of preference share can be again, it may be redeemable or it may be irredeemable. Irredeemable means the amount not will not pay to the preference shareholders during the lifetime of the business. That's why it is known as irredeemable, and it can be redeemable, it can be irredeemable. In case of irredeemable, the formula is Kp equal to D by I. What is D? As we know, D indicates the dividend on preference shares or annual dividend, and I indicates the net proceeds of the preference shares issued. And there is no question of tax, as the preference dividend is also paid after tax. Hence, no adjustment is required for regarding taxes. One example is given. A company issues 1009% preference shares of rupees 50 each at a discount of 5%. Calculate the cost of preference share. We have using the earlier formula Kp equal to D by I. Dividend is always given on the face value. What is the face value? 50. 50 into 9%, that means 0.09, 4.5. And what is the net proceed? Net proceeds means after calculating the discount. The formula is 50, as it is discount 5%. Discount has been deducted. Its discount is 5%. If it is premium, then 5% premium should be added, and it came out as 0.095 or 9.5%. Now the cost of redeemable preference share, it is given by Kp equal to D plus 1 by N, P minus I half by P plus I. Some students may ask how they will understand whether it is redeemable or redeemable. In that case, the formula you can use in this way. By looking at this, you can understand. Looking at this, you can understand. X Limited 1010% preference shares of rupees 100 each at rupees 95, redeemable at the end of the 10th year, from the year of issue. If you look at this, earlier the it should be redeemable at the end of the 10th year. If you consider the earlier question, this figure is not given. By looking at it, you should understand whether it is redeemable or irredeemable. Now using that formula D, what will be the D? Dividend. 10,000 10% preference shares of rupees 100 each. 10,000 into 100, it should be multiplied by 10%. It came out as 10,000 plus 1 by 10. 10 means the 10th year. Now what is the formula? P minus I. P means the face value of preference share. Face value is 1 lakh. What is the I? I is the issue price. It is given as, look at there, it is at 95 each. That's why 95,000. Also you can do in this way. I am telling one thing, what they have done, they have calculated all the values on total values. That means 1000 into 100, then 10%, 10,000. But you can straight away, by considering the unit price, you can do in this way. Suppose 100, what is the dividend? 10%. That means 10. 10 plus 1 by 10, within bracket it can be written as 100 minus 95. The answer will be same. Answer will be same. Divided by half 1 lakh plus 95,000. It came as 10.7. Again I am telling you students, please write down. Equal to, write down 10% of 100. That means 10. 10 plus 1 by 10 within bracket 100 minus 95 divided by half within bracket 100 minus 100 plus 95. Sorry, 100 plus 95. Again I am telling 10 plus 1 by 10, 100 minus 95 divided by half 100 plus 95. The answer will be same, 10.7. You can do in this way. But in case of generally dividend is preference dividend is given after tax, no adjustments required. But in case of tax on dividend under section 150 no of the Income Tax Act, telling that domestic company is required to pay tax, in that case at the rate of 10%. In that case you have to adjust the tax. If you look at this sum, dividend per share 10, market price of equity 200, dividend tax is 10%, growth rate in dividend 5%. In that case you have to adjust the tax. What will be the formula? The formula is K D 1 plus T by P plus G. In that case you have to adjust the tax. Now we move on to the debt capital. Debt can be three types: debt issued at par, redeemable and perpetual. Debt issued at par, in that case the formula will be KDR1 minus T. If you look at the question, a company raises, again I am telling, R means the rate of interest. As we know, we have to pay, the company has to pay interest on debt capital. T is the tax rate. What is the formula? A company raises 1 lakh by issue of 1000 10% debentures of rupees 100 each, repayable at par after 10 years. If the rate of company's tax is 50, what is the cost of debt capital to the firm? Now look at this, very easy. What they have done, they have to calculate the tax, they have to calculate at first the interest. Interest is how much? Total value is given 1 lakh, automatically the return will be the 10%. 10% means automatically it becomes 10,000. 10,000 divided by 1 lakh. 10,000 divided by 1 lakh, that means into 1 minus 0.5, that means 0.1. Also you can do in this way, the tax rate simple way. They have given the tax rate 10%. They have done, taken the total value without considering the total value. What I have explained earlier, you can take the only the nominal value per unit price. 10% means as simple as that. In arithmetic it is 0.1. 0.1 10% means, again I am telling, 10% means 0.1. Look at the last step, 0.1 within bracket 1 minus 0.5. Why? Because the tax rate is given, company, yes, tax rate is given 50%. 0.1 within 1 minus 0.5, 5%. As simple as that. Ignore the earlier one. You can, or you should apply the OR formula. Or the OR formula tick mark is given in the book. It is easy one. Don't consider the full value, it will be a cumbersome process. Rather it is easier. 10%, if it is 5%, you should write 0.0. If it is 20%, you should write 0.2. Now moving back to the redeemable. In case of like preference, the debt can be redeemable. The formula is as simple as earlier one, except tax should be adjusted. Look at the formula. KD actually C should be considered, and I prefer it should be written as I or R, so that student can understand. Instead of C, better you should write I or R. I means interest or R means interest, plus 1 by n p minus I divided by 1 by 2 p plus I, same as cost of preference except 1 minus t. Now look at this question. AB Limited issues 1000 10% 1000 debentures at a discount of 2% redeemable after 10 years. If the marginal tax rate is 50%, find the after tax cost of debenture. Again they have considering the full value, but without considering the full value you can also do in this way. 10% interest means you can write 10, but what they have done, issues 1000 rupees 1000 debenture, that means 100 into 1000, on that they have calculated the interest, that's why it came as 10,000 plus 1 by 10. What is the p? P, as we know, the face value of debenture automatically 1 lakh minus I means the price at which the debenture or bond is sold, that is 2% discount. 2% discount, automatically it becomes 98,000. If it is sold at premium, in that case it should be added. The value, suppose it is 5%, in that case it will be 1 lakh minus 1 lakh 5,000. Tax 50% has been deducted by 1 half 1 lakh plus 98,000, it came as 5.2%. And lastly is perpetual debt. What is perpetual debt? Perpetual debt means in actual practice a firm follows the policy of using debt, as debt is as we know is a cheaper debt capital. It may be like that one debt is repaid, but automatically another debt has been taken. So in real life one debt is replaced by the another new one, so debt is never really paid. That's why the perpetual debt is actually a very common to a business. That's why the formula is, what is the formula? KD C by I 1 minus T. C means fixed annual rate, I means net proceeds. In case of again C, we can write R. R means interest. Net proceeds, T is the tax rate. What is the question? In the previous, if the debentures are assumed to be irredeemable, in the previous year, the cost of capital will be ato. Okay, fine. Now look at the answer KD. What was the interest in earlier question? 10,000. And what was the I? We have calculated 98,000. As simple as that. 10,000 by 98,000 within bracket 1 minus 0.5, as the tax rate is 50%. If the debentures are sold at premium, suppose it was 5% premium, in that case it will be 10,000 by 1 lakh 5,000 within bracket 1 minus 0.5, 5.1%. It concludes the total calculation of individual equity, debt and preference. In the next class we move on to the calculation of how to calculate the overall or average cost of capital. Hope students you have understood. A very good afternoon to all of you again.